Final question. What was whānau or family day like at your school?
It was heaps of fun. Dad and one of my brothers came in. We did all kinds of activities and sports. We had a barbecue after, and they caught up with old friends and teachers.
Aye. How about you, Hemi?
We don't really have that kind of stuff at our school, eh? Like, be good, but I don't even know if my parents would come anyway. They don't sort of feel very welcome at the school.
Kia ora, New Zealand. Today I'm going to speak to you about some of my goals for education for Māori in Aotearoa. 3 goals for education for Māori. These are 1, to live as Māori, 2, to participate as citizens of the world, and 3, to enjoy good health and a high standard of living, e.g. education. Education must be guided by sound principles. Some principles go almost without saying: treating students with respect, establishing good relationships between school and the home, and acknowledging the dignity and unique of all learners. I believe that there is 3 pathways for Māori education: the Māori-centred pathway, Māori-added pathway, and the collaborative pathway. There is no single route that will satisfy the wide range of Māori educational needs, but all educational pathways should be able to incorporate the 3 principles of best outcomes, integrated action, and indigeneity, and work towards similar broad goals. Some pathways will be able to give greater emphasis to a particular goal, but they should ignore other goals. Of 3 possible pathways, a Māori-centred pathway is one that is largely under Māori direction and has an obvious focus on the goal of increasing access to te ao Māori. Examples of these are kohanga reo and iwi wānana. The Māori-added pathway. Most Māori children do not participate in Māori-centred educational pathways. Instead, they attend normal schools, polytechs and universities where a Māori dimension is added onto an existing framework. The Māori dimension may exist as a relatively autonomous unit within the wider institution, or may be integrated into all aspects of the operation. One way or another, a Māori stream is introduced. Some argue that it is too little, even tokenistic, while others complain that it is too much and that things Māori are forced upon the wider population for little purpose. The 3rd pathway I propose is concerned more with collaborative effort than a solo effort. The collaboration might be between a kura kaupapa and an intermediate school, for example an export exchange, between a wānana and a university, or even offshore between the Māori department in a high school or a wharekura and the World College in Vancouver. Institutional loyalty is a value worth preaching, but institutional solitude may not be in the longer term interests of students or whānau. In some ways, the collaborative pathway seeks to create a total picture out of several parts. It may well count against the sole objective of Māori language revitalisation, and it could be costly, but if excellent outcomes benchmarked against the best in the world are the aim, then increasingly the collaboration of effort within and outside New Zealand will become an integral part of education in Aotearoa. This collaborative pathway also implies cooperation between Māori and the state in planning and providing policies and programs for Indigenous education. It's important to note that no matter what pathway one chooses to go down, whānau is a key role in succeeding in our education system in Aotearoa. Ka kite.
Final question. What was whānau or family day like at your school?
It was heaps of fun, miss. My dad and one of my brothers came in. We did all kinds of activities, sports. We did some stuff in the classroom with our teachers, and afterwards we had a big barbecue. All the families mingled and the teachers. Dad and my brother caught up with a lot of old friends as on the 4th generation to go to Mount Albert, so there's a lot of history there, and it was good. It's good every year.
Cool, barbecue sounds mean.
Yeah, it was.
How about you, Hemi?
Our whānau days at school are they're awesome, eh? Like mum and dad and my little brothers and sisters come along and they get to have a nosy at my classroom and meet my teacher, because I talk about my teachers all the time, so it's really nice for them to come and meet them and hang out. And we usually sort of, sometimes we have kind of like, you know what powers are, fire? Kind of have similar things to that at school, you know, where we'll have different whānau, we'll take on different whānau, like touch, or, you know, like what the bro said, like games, and then, you know, everyone has a feed, like people can bring stuff to share, then the school puts some stuff on, and all of our, lots of our students, we have to do fundraising and stuff, so to make whānau Day fly, so we're really involved in the process and try and get all our whānau involved and stuff, and yeah, it's awesome. And it happens like at least once every term, so people stay connected with the school and stuff. It's good.
Oh, excellent. As you can see, the students have spoken about excellent education practices that engage whānau in order to make the learning environment accessible. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our show. An awesome special on Hōmai Te Pakipaki tonight. Thank you to our contestants, Brian and Hemi. The winner for today is education. Yes, Aotearoa, there is a better way. See you next week, where we will have a sports edition starring Sunny Bill Williams.
Ka whakakopura ruarangi hapete ina o tupateka. He!